Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and I am back on again with Paul Vuocolo of Truenemy. He has just released a fantastic Christmas cover. It is Santa Claus is Back in Town by Elvis, and I am super excited to talk to him all about it. Paul, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your holiday season to be here. What is happening?
Hey, hey, Austin, how's it going? Yeah, it's been a while. No problem, and thank you for the time. I know it's busy for everyone, so yeah, it's great to be back and talking with you and promoting the new single. So yeah, it's a song I've wanted to do for a long time. So I'm excited that it's finally out there.
I was going to say, like, there are literally hundreds of different Christmas coverable songs that people either do justice to or just kind of butcher year after year. But no, but truly, like, this is one that is, I think, kind of flies under the radar. So, first off, thank you for doing something that brings a freshness to the holiday season, which is
You're
so
welcome.
rare, but also for actually like cranking it up and rocking something out. So, I guess my first question here is why this song? What does it mean to you?
Oh, well, lots of reasons. I'm a big Elvis fan, lifelong Elvis fan, and it's a song I've always kind of thought like this could lend itself to being heavy. I mean, the original is recorded in the '50s. It's got a little
Sure.
doo not doo but it's got some background vocals and piano, and it's bluesy, and so I could always hear it more guitar driven and heavy. And so what you hear is like basically what I heard in my head for years, like how it could sound.
Right. That makes sense. Um, I have to assume like this song has a personal meaning to you in some way, or it's just been like, yeah, it's just been there.
Yeah, mostly just the Elvis thing. It's a fun song to sing along to.
Yeah.
It just it's yeah, it's I mean, I don't know that I have like really top favorite Christmas. I think if I have like a,
Sure, sure.
but this definitely is up there.
I
Definitely in the
also, yeah, I also feel like Elvis has had this major resurgence this year with the movies and everyone. It's like, not that he's never been not popular, but just like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, totally. Yeah, that's 100% part of it.
Yeah.
I actually got into Elvis, and we may have talked about this in a previous interview, maybe a year and a half or so ago. I watched
Mhm.
Jailhouse Rock and then got into it.
Nice.
And then it was like this year, they're like, there's a movie. I'm like, oh, perfect timing. So
Beautiful.
yeah, wanting to do a Christmas song and then the Elvis thing, and it was like, yeah, this is perfect.
And
So
the
I kind of,
stars aligned.
yeah. So around end of October, I was like, let's do this. And so power.
Nice. Oh, okay. So this has been in the works for a while.
This is a brand new song. This is a brand new recording. Yeah.
Right, right, right. That's awesome. So how did it all come together? Like in terms of do you work with session musicians or like the team? I don't know.
Well, I'd like to get back to that, but this was so last minute, and I've kind of been inspired over the last year. Chuck Alkazian is my producer. He
Mhm.
runs Pearl Sound Studios in Canton, Michigan, and for the last year or so, we I've been attending workshops there,
Great.
uh, and that's been really helpful. Kind of being around other musicians, talking about music, talking about life goals, engineering tips, and all that. So it kind of helped to build up my confidence to, really dig in home recording wise. So
Totally.
when this idea hit, I was kind of prepared to like knock it out in a way because I had been working on home recording again and stuff for the last few months. So
That makes sense.
it was like, yeah, let's do it. And this was a marathon.
Absolutely. Now, like, it doesn't matter if it's a Christmas cover. I just think generally covers, in my opinion, so many of them are just note for note, word for word, and they don't impart any personality. And
Right.
so, again, to totally inflate your ego here, but like, thank you for doing something that actually breaks the mold and brings something fresh to the table. Like, how do you approach a cover song as opposed to an original of yours?
Oh, I can tell you cover songs are like funner and easier because they're kind of mapped out.
Yeah, like obviously the blueprints are there
Yeah.
to do
So
what you
you just
want.
kind of have to tweak a few things or,
Yeah,
kind of parallel to your style. But I don't know, the approach is, it's just this was in my head the way it needed to be. And I hear the piano parts and I think, well, you can't play that exactly on the guitar because it wouldn't fit this genre. So how
sure.
do you substitute that with this power chord type sound here? And that's kind of it. It's kind of a process of like, how would you translate these parts
Yeah.
Still say it to keep the general like melody and kind of authenticness of the original versus just blowing it out where it sounds totally different and the tempo's different and that kind.
Right.
I've always been a person who likes covers that are pretty close to the original.
Yeah.
That's no knock on anyone who does it their own way, but it's I kind of like the challenge of trying to get it. And clearly, this isn't like the original, but in the genre that it is, it's as close to the original. Right?
No, I agree. Fully modernized version. Elvis would be proud to hear this. I can pretty much guarantee that.
Yes, I'm totally sporting the TC.
Exactly. So okay, if you had to pick another song to cover, and I mean like it doesn't have to be holiday themed, but just like any song that, you just love as a person, do you have one in mind?
Well, Christmas-wise, I've thought about U2's version of "Baby Please Come Home" or "Christmas Baby Please Come Home." I know it's
Okay.
in there somewhere. That's one of my favorites. That one, every time I hear it, that gives me the warm fuzzies. So,
Nice.
um, oh, there's my computer talking to me. That was set up early. Uh, but otherwise, I've got some covers in the works. Last time we talked, I was talking about an EP, and I kind of ran out of time on that one. So it'll be next September, October when that comes out.
Okay.
That'll have that has two, well, I guess three covers, and that has a Bach Toccata in D minor cover, an Anthrax
Oh
cover,
shit.
and a cover of a Legend of Zelda theme.
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah, I
Okay,
kind of
so you've clearly given this some thought before.
yeah, that's like a concept EP. So
Yeah.
what covers are usually inspired. I'm inspired to do a cover. Would be the best way to put it. Like in that case, it fits with the theme of the EP I'm working on, or whatever. Like I might be listening to. It's like, oh, that might be a good cover, kind of thing. So and then I dig into it and see if it works, and then if it does, it does.
So can we expect any originals, or is this going to be a purely covers EP?
No, there's one. It's a song called Lightning Ball. Uh,
Okay.
and that's an original. And the whole EP revolves around that. It's called "The Curse of the Lightning Ball." So it'll be cool. But that'll be dropping in I guess September 2023.
Nice. Can we expect any experimentation, or is this going to be another straightforward signature True Enemy rocker?
Well, I think it's a pretty good variety actually. That's pretty
Nice.
actually, yeah. So
Well, I'm particularly looking forward to a Legend of Zelda cover. I feel like that's also like, even though it's sort of old in a way, like not old, but you know what I'm saying? Like that
yeah,
has always been generally popular and
right.
resurged as well. So man, that's taking advantage. I love that.
You're completely right there. I go to Target and my son, he's on like the Switch demo, and the
Yep.
first thing he goes to is Breath of the Wild. And I'm like,
Nice.
that's a far cry from the first Zelda I played.
Very cool.
But it
Um,
passes on.
well, there is a very good chance that you are my last interview of the year. So
Oh, okay.
congrats on that. It's been a solid year, but I want to know, what are some things that you've learned this year, music wise, that you're going to take into next year and hopefully improve on?
Better planning.
That's important.
Sometimes inspiration trumps that or whatnot, but mapping things out a little better. So myself and those around me don't get so stressed out by my creative ventures.
Sure.
So literally, kind of mapping out what's feasible uh, in this time frame, kind of approach to uh, music going forward. So I anticipate like maybe one or two singles, and then the Lightning Ball EP we talked about.
Yeah.
And that's how 2023 is looking. So
Very cool. Any possibility of getting out there and playing shows? Is it
that's
something?
where I want to get to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to get out of my basement, maybe get some guys together and play some shows again, and maybe
Right.
talk to you about here's a show, playing a show here. We got a CD coming out, and that kind of
Yeah.
CD. Yeah, we got a CD coming out.
Hey, you know what though? CDs are getting popular again too. Like you walk into any record store and they're prominently displayed nowadays.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it's wild. First it was vinyl, then it was cassettes. Now CDs are coming. Absolutely wild. Well, with that being said, what are like some major goals that you would like to hit? I know that kind of comes in hand with playing shows and releasing music, but what are like some really lofty things that you would hopefully like to see happen?
Um, Music wise, I'd like to get more releases out in a year's time.
Okay.
That goes back to the planning thing we just talked about. I got a move on the horizon. Moving my family to a different city to get closer to my
Oh,
son.
geez.
So that's kind of number one. But outside of
Yeah.
that, is getting a little music out quicker and playing again live. So we'll
Yeah.
see how that all
No, that's a moving as a headache in its own right. I despise it myself.
right.
Damn, that's rough. I've got a couple more questions for you. I want to know what what like album or song or band really stuck out to you this year? Obviously, we're always listening to new things or experiencing new bands or whatever it is.
I'm probably gonna forget some stuff, but
That's okay.
well,
There's
the
so much
Elvis movie
music
came out.
all
I
the
really
time.
dug that soundtrack because of some of the mash or not mash. Well, yeah, there was mashups. There was
Yeah, no,
like
no, no, totally. They really like kind of outdid themselves with remixes and reimaginings and this and that.
yeah, totally. They were very cool. There was like two versions too. There's like the one you got at the store and it had less tracks, but the one on digital had like more stuff from the movie. So there was some real
Totally.
stuff on there. Like the Vegas rehearsal was really cool. There's Don't Fly Away. That was probably my favorite, where they took two Elvis songs, Any Day Now and Suspicious Minds, and like
Mm.
made like a perfect new song. So I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that. I enjoyed Hans Zimmer's Top Gun score, Top Gun Maverick,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then Megadeth hit with a new record in September, and that was crushing. And Metallica just put a new song out. And that was so yeah. There's been a lot of good music.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I made a prediction that I think heavy metal will be the fastest growing genre in 2023, and
Yeah,
I firmly believe that. I was looking at some stats the other day, and apparently it had like this meteoric rise in 2019, then fell off a little bit, and K-pop rose up through 2020 and 2021, and I'm not sure what this year was, but I generally hear a lot of bands going harder with their music and yeah, I see, just a kind of rise in that genre next year.
it moves in waves. I feel like the
Really does.
state of the world kind of is lending itself to the metal kind of.
Oh, without a doubt. Seriously though, people want to get their anger or angst out in some way, and what better way to communicate than to shred your face off with infinite guitar solos?
Totally.
I love that. Well, Paul, my last question for you is the same as last time, but it's always changing up. For the person that is going to discover you from this, what is an opening message you'd like to say to them before they listen to your song for the first time?
Um, it's going to be heavy, but it's also going to be melodic and accessible, and get ready to rock. And also tune in to 101.1 WRAF this Sunday
There you
as
go.
Santa Claus is back in town is going to be on their local music show, Motor City Riffs.
That's awesome. Paul, I want to thank you so much again. After all the hysteria, I'm just so happy we could make this work and talk about this song. Please let me plug it for you one more time. If
Go
you
for
guys did not catch it the first time around, it is Santa Claus is back in town. Obviously, we'll have all the links in the articles you can share and follow. And I mean, this is going to come out today, so this is actually the perfect time for this to, for you to listen and add it to your playlist.
It's my present to the music community.
It really is. Awesome. Thank you so much, man. I hope you have an amazing rest of your weekend. Hopefully, no stress whatsoever. And we'll definitely speak in the new year.
Totally. Take care. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Talk to you later.
See you. Safe and
Bye
happy
bye.
holidays.
You too. Bye bye.